Hi, I'm Carly Bennett, and I'm an industrial design grad student, and this is my project, Heale. In the U.S., every 92 seconds, someone is sexually assaulted. That's 1 in 6 women in the U.S. and 1 in 3 women globally. Victims are left feeling shameful, unsafe, and traumatized. While there are many ways to heal from sexual assault, it's often difficult to begin the healing phase. Talking to a professional requires money and resources, confiding in someone close takes vulnerability, and admitting it to yourself is something that often takes time. Most people think that healing from sexual assault trauma is done through the mind, but actually healing through the body is important for this type of trauma, which is why I'm creating Heale, a series of objects with multisensory features that provide sexual assault survivors temporary healing through their bodies. So here's where the science comes in. Essentially, there's a nerve called the vagus nerve located in your nervous system that connects from your brain to your gut. This nerve controls your fight, flight, or freeze reactions and gives us information on how we find safety, connect with others, and how we shut down. When someone is assaulted, the nervous system goes into freeze, and it's an automatic physical reaction. And when you're in a freeze state, the victim often feels like they gave up, like, why didn't I fight harder? Why couldn't I get out? But it's the body that has taken over and completely out of the victim's control. This nerve is essentially immobilized when someone is sexually assaulted, and in order to bring this back online, you need to heal through your body and get the body comfortable with being safe again. After an assault, survivors can be triggered by anything, something they see, something they smell, etc. I've interviewed a few therapists, looked at some anonymous discussion boards, and researched online to find the most common things that happen when someone is triggered and the problems they face in those moments. And these were the most common answers, specifically nightmares, feeling unsafe, anxiety, and flashbacks. Some techniques used to cope through the body are here. Yoga or body movement, squeezing or pinching yourself, acupressure, and breathing techniques are some common healing processes for this type of trauma. Grounding is something that helps someone feel present. Survivors often feel disassociated and need to be brought into the now, and it's commonly done through grounding. Engaging your senses and bringing you to the now by asking questions like, what are you seeing right now? How are you feeling? What can you touch? What can you smell? Along with all other types of grounding here. There are some products in the market, but there is an opportunity to create something that can help a person heal the moment they are triggered. One area I've been focusing on is pressure points. There are specific pressure points that help relieve anxiety and distress that are located on your ears, hands, and arms. I've been looking into connecting this to something people wear every day, like jewelry, and creating something that can help relieve anxiety temporarily when triggered, so that that person can continue on with their day. The first iteration in the middle was a series of different jewelry items that have a piece to press where your pressure points are. And then I took that a step further on the right to turn this into a multi-sensory earring, something that could be pressed as a pressure point but then flipped to become an earbud. Other areas I focus on are through body movements and sensory objects. Specifically, there are movements you can do like squeezing your arm and putting out your other hand on your chest that can bring you to the present. Some ideas that I have are wearables, weighted vests, sensory items like something you can hold or have on your body that has different textures. I'm also ideating on specific triggering moments like nightmares, to think of something that you could wake up and instantly feel comfort in that moment, like a combination light and diffuser, a pillow with specific mechanisms to squeeze, pressure point eye masks or glasses, or textured furniture. This is a potential scenario of what I picture a user that I'm looking for to create. Someone is heading to work, they see something, they get triggered, and then they feel their earring, press the pressure point, breathe, and then have a temporary relief. For my next steps of my project, I want to interview more people about body healing and choose 2 to 3 ideas to continue and really dive into those. Trauma is not something that heals overnight, and it takes many steps to do. For my project, I want to focus on healing through the body for temporary relief and help survivors begin their healing process. Thank you so much for listening. If you could help me answer a few questions, I would love to hear about what you think about my project, presentation, and how I could best move forward. Thanks.